We are in geometry, lesson 4-2, solving similar triangles. Today is a basic day, and then tomorrow is going to be a little bit more of an advanced day with embedded triangles inside one another. Today is January 9th, 1/9. Make sure you have the date on your paper. Make sure you put your name on your paper. There's a few people that forget their notes here, and I don't know who they belong to. Put your name on them right now. Question? I am not. The date is wrong. You get extra credit. Log it. I'll change that in a sec. Make sure that you have the date on your paper. Let's go ahead and go through these notes. Yes?
Your hat's wrong.
My hat, I do it on the side because otherwise it ruins the front of my hair. It is not extra credit. All right, so here we go. Side length formula. This comes from yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. We know what these ratios are. Let's review it. DE over AB. I'm looking at these two triangles right here. DE and AB. I'm doing the bigger triangle over the smaller triangle. I could have chosen to do the smaller triangle over the bigger triangle. It's just random. Jaden, are you okay? You're looking down at your lap.
I'm just tired.
Okay. Let's try to keep up. All right. For quiet hand raised with your card, if you have your card, everyone has their card. What are the next two ratios that I can set up? This is a review from 2 days ago. Only one person knows this. Uh-oh. Two people know this. What? We haven't written anything yet aside from the date and our name on our paper. Anna.
DF over AC.
DF, so that's this leg over here over AC. That works. AC, and you should be saying line segment DF over line segment AC. Go ahead and pass in your card. Thank you. Froze again? Okay. DF over AC. Make sure we have that down in our notes. Let me give Anna her credit. Go to geometry. Anna, thank you for participating. And Anna, you can't participate until everyone has their cards in. All right, next ratio. What is my next ratio that I can have? Go for it, Samantha. Oh, you said that beautifully, but you need to say it louder. One more time. CB. Thank you. Turn in your card. Thank you, Samantha. Down here. There you are. All right, so we're going to be using these ratios to solve some problems now. By the way, what is this ratio known as? What's another name for each of these ratios? Each of these numbers has a special name. It's all the same name. Do you remember it from our notes 2 days ago on Monday? Ellery, go for it. This is part of the SSS theorem. I agree, but the ratio has a name. All three of these together are the SSS theorem, but the ratio, I'm just looking for the ratio name. It starts with the S. It is the scale factor, yes. I'm going to be using the word scale factor today over and over again. Now you know what I'm talking about. When I say scale factor, I'm really just talking about this ratio, which should be the same all three of these times by SSS theorem, as Ellery told us. Thank you, Ellery. You got your XP. You turn in your card. Thank you, thank you. You can't participate until everyone now gets their cards in. So, example 1. I have these two triangles, ABC, DEF, and I assume that they are similar. By the way, this symbol again, that means that they're similar. If you forgot that, you can write that in your notes. I need to solve for this x somehow by setting up these ratios and then cross multiplying and solving. All right, so Jane, that's unnecessary.
I did not want. I'm trying to really just like wake up. I'm still tired.
All right, so I'm going to set up at least two ratios. One with x. So I'm going to say x on the top, and what does x match with? This x matches which of these three lengths? Quiet raised hand. Caroline. 10. Thank you. Turning your card. Caroline, you got XP. Thank you for participating. All right, and I need to say two other ratios. Or not two other ratios, but I should say two other numbers. So x over 10 is equal to, what ratio can I put here that is the same scale factor as this scale factor? This ratio and this ratio have to be the same. Beverly. 9 over 6 works. Thank you, Beverly. Turn in your card. Let me explain why Beverly is correct. we started out by saying the red triangle over the blue triangle. So my next ratio needs to be the red triangle over the blue triangle. I can't reverse this and say 6 over 9. That's not correct. I could have also said, and please don't write this, I could have also said a different ratio. Anyone want to quiet raise hand to tell me what that other ratio could have been? Chewy?
What was it? 8, 12?
8 over 12 like that?
Yeah.
You're slightly
Oh, sorry, 12
wrong.
over 8.
12 over 8. Yeah, you caught your error. Good job. You could have also written 12 over 8. Either of these two ratios would have worked. Thank you, Chewy. Turn in your card. Chewy, not only do you get your 50 XP, but you get your points for correcting your own error. All right, so with this blue ratio set up, let's go ahead and solve this. I can solve this by cross multiplying. So I'm going to cross multiply here. Multiply 6 times x. 6 times x is 6x. And I'm going to cross multiply the other direction. 9 times 10. 9 times 10 is 90. It doesn't matter the order in which you cross multiply. I'm just going to cross multiply it to make it a nice and easy equation. All right, review of Algebra 1, quiet raised hand. What am I going to do to both sides? Quiet raised hand with your card. Oscar?
Divided by 6.
Divide both sides by 6. And Oscar, you want to help us reduce this fraction as well? What can I divide the top and bottom by?
I don't know, 6.
Yeah, I can try dividing by 6. So you want to do 90 divided by 6? By the way, you'll have calculators for all of your homework tonight. 90 divided by 6 is 15. Good job, Oscar. Oh, 90 divided by 6 divided by 6. So it's 15 over 1, and that is equal to x. Thank you, Oscar. Turn in your participation card. And there's your XP. All right, that means x is 15. Box it. That's our final answer. Can someone help Oscar turn in his card? Thank you.
So nothing happens to the 12 over 8.
The 12 over 8, you could have used 12 over 8, or you could have used 9 over 6. We chose to use 9 over 6. You could have used either of these two. We chose to only use 9 over 6. Yeah, we kind of exclude this one. Technically, all three of these are equal, but we only needed to use one. Good question. In fact, that was such a good question, I'm just going to give you XP. All right. So, from there, are there questions before we do example 2? Example 2 is slightly harder. Let's go ahead and break out into our groups to do example 2.
They disabled Steve.
So what I want you to do now is do the same thing where you set up your ratios. Set up your ratios and then cross multiply. Be checking with people around you in your group as you're working on this. It's not totally a solo challenge. All right, right now, work with your groups, solve example 2. All right, so we are solving this after coming back. The ratios, who wants to give their card in, get some XP? What were the ratios that you set up? Brian, go for it. N divided by 6 is equal to, what was your other ratio?
10.5 and by 14.
Perfect. Okay, Brian, you can turn in your card. Thank you for participating. Brian, you are in. What was another ratio that you could have done?
Here you go.
Leo. 9 over, what did you say, 9 over 6 or?
And
Oh, you're doing n over 6 already? N over 6, and what is the other one? 9 over 12. Perfect. Leo, turn in your card. Thank you. All right, so these are the ratios that you could have chosen. This one is hard because it has a 0.5 in it. I would prefer to choose this one. I can do both of them if you would like, but I'm going to choose the easy one. So I'm going to do this one. N over 6 is equal to 9 over 12. When I do that, I need to cross multiply. So cross multiplying n times 12 is 12n. When I cross multiply the other direction, 6 times 9, that's going to be 72. After I cross multiply, I need to solve, and I'm going to solve by doing what? Oh, is there an error?
6 times 9 is 54.
I don't know what I'm talking about. 54. That's a teacher error. Log in your extra credit tracker. And 70 XP. 54, and then I divide both sides by... Anyone? Someone with a card? Easy XP here. Colby, go for it.
12.
Yep. Divide both sides by 12. Turn it in, Colby. And Colby, what happens when you do 54 divided by 12? That's a harder question. Divide the top and bottom by... It is 4.5. I can divide the top and bottom by 6, right? 54 divided by 6 is, Colby? Still on you. 54 divided by 6? 9. 12 divided by 6? 2. You can leave it as 9 halves if you would like, or if you want to, as a fraction, you can say 4.5. Either of those work. All right. Thank you, Colby. I think I gave you your XP today. Yes. All right. Are there questions about this? Jaden, questions on this? No? You were paying attention the whole time? You weren't falling asleep? Can you pull your hood back for me too? Hood. All right, and that's all the examples we have. It's the same thing over and over again, setting up those ratios, making sure the ratios are correct, cross-multiplying, solving. You will have calculators for the homework. You will have them either for the paper homework or for Khan Academy homework. All right, go ahead and write your summaries now.